It's about financial and personal growth plus better relationships. And now, Bahati.
It's like I'm about to have the biggest feast of my life. This conversation is a breath of fresh air with one and only youngest CEO in Uganda, Edna. She's a beautiful, gorgeous, soul that is out there doing business and hair business, venturing in hair business and motivating people, inspiring people. And as we talk to her, I know that you're going to pick so many inspiring pieces and gems just to stir yourself up, be a self-starter, be self-motivated, and dive into what God called you to do. I believe that this is going to be something that pivots so many of us. So join this conversation and invite anyone else that you think will benefit from this conversation. Okay, so it's a world of trailblazers, people that are blazing the trails and showing that it's possible, showing the world that it's possible. We can actually venture out, we can do businesses, we can think about mega things and dreams. No one sells dreams that they should be able to measure a particular dream and say, I'll give you a quarter of a dream. Like, it's just upon us to dream the biggest dream, and then God lets us execute whatever we can execute, and He guides our ways and gives us destiny helpers, and then He gives us the wisdom, and we keep growing, we evolve, we expand. That's the way to go. So welcome to this episode where we get to talk to a very beautiful young soul that are doing remarkable things for God, for people, and for herself. Actually, mostly for herself. So before that, I want us to read something that she wrote of recent, and it touched my heart because not so many people have the audacity to dream big or the audacity to be different, to stand out and not just gel in or just fit in to everything or the mold that people have put in place. And she says that, I am so grateful for doing too much. You know, sometimes we just don't want to be too much. For starting too many things, for not focusing on just my career or posting too much, for thinking I'm a boss, for dreaming too big, for not being humble. Some of us want to be humble. I realized I never had haters. I just had people around me that were uncomfortable with audacity. I hope that sinks in. I know we have so many of those around us. Growing up, audacity was such a bad word to me. Now it's a rallying cry. Okay, a rallying cry. I don't know how I can explain that. I will not go any further, but she's none other than Edna. Now, for those of you that have followed the hair journeys, especially in Uganda, that is melanitis. Melanitis. I hope that I said it right, but she's going to say it right for us. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
It's such an honor to have you. One, because, I mean, you're doing things that so many people don't venture out to do. It's just a cluster, a few people that venture out to do. And then in that cluster also, there are people that give up. Mm-hmm. But again, in that cluster, you have chosen to stay the course and keep going.
Yes.
Are you all right?
I am. I'm excited.
How do you feel?
I feel like I want to share everything at once.
Yeah, and we are going to share. We are going to share everything. But I want us to first explain what melanitis is, so people can know that she is the CEO, Melanitis, and what that means to you, what Melanitis does, when it started, as in we want to know the brand Melanitis.
Okay. So melanitis comes from the word melanin, which means brown skin. So we are basically making hair products for women of color. That means 4C, 4B, 4A hair types. That's where we specialize. Then we also do education. We give knowledge on why your hair is acting the way it is, how to solve it.
The textures.
Yes.
That is the AB, the what, all those things.
The textures are
So you went to school for those things?
No.
Okay. Now we will get back to that because now I even love that more.
Yeah, so that's what melanitis is really about. We started about 2 years ago, but it was just a YouTube channel. we actually started in COVID. It was a YouTube channel, and then it revolved into the products themselves, and I tried to get knowledge. I learned from people who are around me, and it has grown into a big thing. I would say Melanitis is just a combination of my passion and my education.
Okay, a passion and education.
Yes.
And that is where I want us to roll back and roll the curtains, because some of these things are the best hidden secrets that people people don't know, but now we want to unveil them so that they know them. Who is Edna? And while she went to school, what was her passion? What did she want to do? Because we all have those dreams. Oh, I want to be a pilot. I want to be an engineer. I want, as in, who is Edna?
So, if I am to describe myself, I would say, if you found me in school, I didn't think about this.
Okay.
Yeah, this was not really it. But
you were a normal girl going to school.
But I've always known that I want to do something in art.
Okay.
Art has always been my thing. I think it's my talent. It's something I've always been comfortable in.
Okay.
Now, I was very sure that Aro is going to land there, but now art has
But
so many
not
professions.
exactly, yes.
Yes, so I was not sure of which profession, where to put it, what, all of those things. But if you found me in school, I was a normal student, A student. I was quite bright, I would say, and that would just cut across all subjects. So that's even more confusing sometimes.
Middle child, first child, last child?
I am the second born,
Okay.
first girl,
Okay.
7 children.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, you're the one that you followed passion, followed career.
Oh, my brother, he's the eldest, career.
Okay, career.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're standing out in a family where someone is already showing you that, you know, get a career, go to school, get a career, settle down and live life. So what prompts you to even say, you know what, I want to be able to do something different?
So for me, I don't know how to say it, but different is not very far from me. I feel like if everyone is going this side, I'm more inquisitive to go on this other side. I'm just always that person because, first of all, I don't like competing in something which people are already competing in, because then you have to run that race and then you outrun them.
Wow.
You get.
And do you see that the actual meaning of trailblazers, that people who want to find paths and who are not comfortable just walking because others are comfortable walking, or just joining the bandwagon. When they join the bandwagon, they would rather do something that is also different. But you choose to go a different way. And I know there are so many people who are watching us who also have that trait. But again, that trait has been a source of insult to so many. Because then even your parents are like, she always wants to be different. Others are doing this and she's doing this. Others are doing this and she's doing this. And you realize that that kills the confidence for so many people, that now they seek to gel in and fit in, because then everyone is chastising the difference and the curiosity to go a different way and find a different path. So how was it with your parents? Were they the kind of that were encouraging of that kind of behavior? Or
Well, my mom in specific, she's very traditional, very strict. Really, that's it. And I've had so many, I would say, issues, especially at those turning points, S4, S6, choosing those subjects, going...
Internship in what?
Graphics, computer graphics design. I'm a graphics designer. So I did go to my internship place. It was nice. They were lovely people. But there's a part of me that just wasn't...
Doesn't fit in.
Wasn't there. I was like, no.
I should be selling my things.
Not even that, but I should be a boss somewhere. That's really what calls to me. Because I feel like there you have so much flexibility to
dream,
to do what you want. And thank God for social media, because you don't need permission.
I know.
If you feel like
sit
going
in your
to
bedroom
shoot,
and
if you're going to shoot in the middle of the road, just wake up, put on, go to the middle of the road, shoot.
And the world will see.
And the people will see.
No permission needed.
Yeah, so I feel like that also. People who do these things they don't have blue blood.
I know.
They don't have anything. I'm like, let's see what happens.
When does the hair journey begin? Because now you have signed up for campus. Your parent, that being traditional, you know, at the crossroad, he's like, campus is the way to go.
Yeah.
You go to campus, and you say this began during COVID. When does your hair journey begin, to the extent of you thinking that I can actually do products and I can make a business out of this?
Yeah, so like I said, it began as a YouTube channel. So this was COVID.
How does it even begin as a YouTube
As a
channel?
YouTube
Because people don't just sit there and dream of YouTube channels.
So in COVID, the first COVID happened. And we had so much time. Remember, it was very scary.
Yeah.
People were not sure what to do. We had so much time, and those days were really, really long. For me, I was exhausted and tired. So when the second COVID came, I already loved hair, but I didn't know products. I didn't know any of those things, but I already loved hair. So I had a couple of friends. This is the reason why we have Melanitis sisters, sisters onto the thing. I had 3 friends. One was Charity, then me, then the other one was Rebecca. So we had already discussed, we used to do those conference calls. We should, yeah.
So you started with the aim of doing what exactly?
Just doing hair videos.
With your hair, with the normal products on the market,
Yes.
just to show them how to comb, how to tie it up, how to do.
Yes,
okay,
because
style it.
that time was just too much. I was like, I should be able to do something with this time, even if I'm just recording videos. But even prior to that,
You're a girl, Edna. While others were thinking, how do I get to my boyfriend's place through this lockdown? How do I, because many people were thinking about so many different things, and sometimes not that useful things. But you're here, you have the long days, and you're thinking, I should be able to do something useful. That is not most girls' cup of tea. They should have thought to do weird things. They should have thought to just sleep, overeat, and why do you think? What brought that?
prior to that, painful to do for someone and they don't appreciate, or someone and they don't pay. I'm like, the result of this is me hating my profession, and I do not want to go there. How about I start to design for myself? So that's when I began.
And now you have to have a product for which to design.
To design for. So that's why initially it was a YouTube channel, because I'm like, if I'm doing videos, I'm practicing for school, at the same time I am doing something I love. This is a win-win situation. I can keep up with this. Then maybe if I become very good at video, then I can easily tell someone, see, I did this for my business, I can also do it for you,
but this is how much it costs. Okay.
Exactly. So I'm running the risk of becoming good through practice, but not the exhaustion of someone not paying me.
And appreciating.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess for me, that's where it came from. And then also my friends, we already had the idea boiling around. It was more into a salon then, but because I took it up as a personal mantle and I pushed it, by the end of COVID, personally I was far, and for them they were just
following
at the beginning of things. So I'll try to update them, do this, do that, but I feel like for them it seemed like it was a conversation, and for me it was
something that you needed to do.
That I really needed to do, and I already had plans and all of that. So the sisters stayed because I felt like they were part of the initiation process, but I went on alone without them.
Okay, and that's the thing, because again, I want us to be able to pick lessons for the people that are watching, because when I look at your journey, number one, being self-driven as a person, that you don't wait for another person to motivate you, to encourage you, but when you formulate an idea, and then there's also the thing of believing in yourself. I can do this. What's the worst that can happen? So you believe in yourself, you have the confidence, and then you are self-driven. Because that's what I see in the phase of you starting this, that I'm not going to wait for anyone. I'm not waiting for any external validation. That, oh, you can do this, because other people wait for external validation and wait. They will be validated and they will never start. Everyone will be, but you can do this, but you can, we say you can do this. And they will never start off. But you did not wait for anyone to tell you that, this is something you can do. Go ahead and do it. Your mother did not push you every day. You open up a YouTube channel. You put up this. So you realize that if it's your dream, you feed it. You
True.
wake up every day thinking about it, dreaming about it, wanting to do something different. Why? Because it's your baby. You conceived
Yes,
it,
it's a
and now
baby.
you're in the process of pushing it, and you're not waiting for external validation. Some of us give back to our purposes, and we're waiting for midwives to be there, push, 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 like to encourage you. Oh, that's a beautiful baby. You push, but for you, you believe this is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful dream. I'm going to push it out. Yes, it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to push it out. So I believe that that's lacking in so many people. I don't know if you have seen this about
Yeah.
yourself, the self-drivenness and not waiting for validation and just you believing in yourself that I can do this. I don't need for endorsement, for 10 people to endorse me in order to begin. I will begin and they will see what I have done. If they appreciate, well and good. If they don't appreciate, I will wake up tomorrow and I will still do
yeah.
the same thing.
So, okay, another thing I can say about that is, okay, personally, even now, like the generation that we live in, like people who do very bad things are very confident in their
know.
bad things. And you're like, by the time this person has the audacity to come on here, now me who has a good idea.
Like,
Where are you
seriously,
hiding
someone is
in that
dancing
first-
naked, but they have all the audacity.
Confidence.
They are not waiting for validation. They are not waiting for, as in no one is reminding them to dance, but they are doing them with a lot of audacity.
Yeah, so I feel like if someone like that can come out, like really, what's the worst that's going to happen to
Why not
a
me who
business
has
person?
a good thing?
Yes, you're doing a good thing and you're helping people, and more so you're helping yourself.
Did you think you were beginning a business then? Was that a thought that crossed your mind?
No, but okay, I do come from a business background. So my dad is a businessman, and all of us, the 7 of us, have been in business somewhere, somehow. So
With him?
holidays, yeah.
Okay.
Holidays, you go back, you work with him, go back to school. So even in vacations now for us who have gone through S4,
And
S6,
he was his own boss.
yes, he's his
Okay.
own boss and he
Okay.
does his own things.
Do
And
you think that in a way rubbed onto you?
definitely.
Like feeling like it's possible?
Yes, definitely.
So where we
because
grow up from affects.
yeah, it does. And for me, I don't know. I've never seen anyone in a corporate job. So my dad is not in a corporate, but I do have uncles and all of that who are in corporate. But I feel like my dad is doing so much better. And he keeps telling these stories freely. He's like, I tried a corporate job and I figured it's not for me. So me, when I felt this thing of a corporate job is not for me, it was not new. It was not the first time I had it. It's not...
It was like an
yes,
affirmation of something you had already had.
If you feel like this, try it. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Really. And I'm young. I don't have a kid. Okay, I don't know how to put it for people who do, but personally, I have very little to lose. So I can actually go into this. If it doesn't work out, I will pivot somewhere in my life. But right now, I have the privilege.
But the audacity of even thinking about pivoting at this age, we didn't tell you her age, but the audacity of even just thinking about pivoting at some point, that if this doesn't work, there will always be a way. I will figure out something. And that is what beats my mind about you and your age and where you are right now and the things that you're doing, because not so many people can have that flexibility of thinking, let me venture into this. If it does not work, I've given myself a chance. And I will know it has not worked. I will I will pivot into another thing. And if it doesn't work, I will keep looking until I settle somewhere and I feel comfortable somewhere. But so many people live in a fear mode, in a fright mode.
True.
So many times of what could go
What
wrong?
if, what
What
if?
if? What if? So the what ifs, they don't even wait for them to materialize. They actually think themselves into a depression, into
then
the fear,
they
and then
numb
they
the whole
halt,
body.
they numb the whole body, they get paralyzed, they stand still in businesses that are not working, in franchises that are not working, or even work or careers that are not working. Now you're standing still, and then you're still earning the same money 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Fear is holding you.
Yeah. Now, for me, if we're speaking, this is my fear. working so hard at the wrong thing is my fear.
Wow.
So me, this is my formula in life. If I see something and I want it.
You are really born CEO.
If I really see something and I want it, I'm going to go and I do my best. So that if it's not for me, I'll figure out in the shortest period of time that this is not my thing.
So you see, that's the flexibility.
Yes.
So if it doesn't work out.
So even in my
I'll
internship and all of that, I did my best. I wouldn't say that I went and sat there and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. The only way I knew it wasn't for me is because I tried it with all I had.
You gave it your all.
Yes.
So that you don't regret. That if you walk away from it, you will know I did everything I could. But you will never have this thing, if I should have given it more time. Maybe I did maximize all my chances in it. Okay, so guys, this conversation, we are having this conversation, number one, to just make sure that we have a spin in our mindsets, to just open us up to flexibility and to the possibilities that life has, because they are endless. If you can tap into them, then there is no limit for you. You can live a limitless life. But so many times we are limiting ourselves because of our negative beliefs, because of the fear that we have seen other people go through things and we don't want to go through them. And so we get paralyzed. I hope that you can get unstuck in this conversation and be able to pivot into a new journey, a journey that will bring more fulfillment and more happiness. You deserve it, and you can give it to yourself. Okay, so we're coming right back, and we're still going on with this conversation. In case you have a question, the numbers are on your screen. Make sure that you get in touch.
Spirit TV, a place for you.
Did you know that you can acquire a skill in less than 3 months? Dynamic Media School skills you in TV and radio presenting, motion graphics, graphics designing, control room management, show production, audio production, confidence building, lighting and videography, personal branding, social media management, cinematography, video editing, marketing and sales, and effective communication. This is designed to provide practical skills and hands-on experience with the focus on developing critical thinking, research, and communication skills. You will have access to high-quality learning materials, including online lectures and other resources, as well as a dedicated team of facilitators and influencers who are available to assist you with any questions or concerns that you might have. Enroll today. Call 0702 021 834 or WhatsApp 0760-881-331. Dynamic Media School is an excellent choice for anyone looking to start or advance their career in this exciting and dynamic field.
Loud and proud. The heart of Kampala.
I love you.
The spirit of radio.
All the new music I love.
96.6 FM.
Christian radio, lifting you up and making you feel good in the name of Jesus.
I love it.
Oh, yeah. The Music Radio.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We are your ultimate music for life station. We are Spirit FM.
In order for you to have what you really want, you must first be who you really are.
Enough is enough right now, Mr. Adamian.
Are you tired and fed up? Then this is for you.
I feel you, I can see you, those of you in tears, confused, lost, and emptiness that is happening. And you're at that moment where you're like, I've hit my rock bottom and enough is enough. Something needs to change.
And this month, come the 6th of October, men and women are gathering under the same roof to learn, to be equipped and be made better.
Enough is enough.
Free entry for all.
You don't get the life that you deserve, but that which you decide. It's time for you to decide to dominate your life. You don't do that by just having passion, you need a plan. Let's show you how you grow practically in character, competence, and in other areas of life. Welcome back to Bahati.
Yes, so many of us berate ourselves. get into our dreams, like we take so long, and some people even see or even a glimpse of their dreams at 70, and I usually say it's never too late. But again, in this generation, you can be anything at any time. You can be a CEO at 18, a CEO at 19, you can be a CEO at 21. Imagine the kind of lives we have lived, the kind of miserable lives we have lived, and we have done it to ourselves. Okay, and I remember when I was reading this, and I said that growing up, audacity was bad because we usually are beaten for being audacious or even dreaming big or even being different from everyone else. And this is what she continued to say, that I am so comfortable in uncertainty. I crave failure. I long for pivot. I will never, ever stop. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this is also, I just had to let that sink in myself, that you have to be so audacious. You have to be a mega dreamer for you to crave for failure, knowing that out of failure, you will learn and you will make better, and you will learn and you will make better. You will grow, you will evolve, and you will expand. And that I long for pivoting. Like, who does that? It has to be someone who just believes that, you know what, I can be anything. I can be anything. Someone who believes in themselves so much. I don't know what you were thinking. What were you thinking while you were writing this?
So there is a content creator, she's called Hayat. And she's also a CEO, just like me. So I really look up to her. And she says that, you know, pivoting is her breakfast. She just likes to change direction all the time. And come to think of it, for me, it's not very uncomfortable. Like, I was telling you how my profession and my passion have been aligned in Melanitis. So I'm a graphics designer. I do designs. And then there's my love for hair. So that's something I also love. So when I was starting Melanitis, I was like, how can I add my love for design and then my love for hair together? So that's what I do. I design basically, but for hair, for the hair business. So if I do a promotion, let me say today, tomorrow I'm looking to outdo that. So
every time you're constantly there's something that, and I believe all visionaries actually have it. It's something that I've battled with for so long, that every day I have a new thought, I have a new idea, I have, and definitely the people now, for me, I have my husband who, like, I am a chatterbox when I'm with him. I will tell him about all the dreams, the things that I want to do, the things that, and I think half the time it's like,
too
those many, and those many. But now he got used to me, that he will single out one. Now he just decided to become like a mentor or a friend that we think together with. And so he will pick out one, and then he will be like, I will keep reminding you about this. So you can have all your other small dreams, but I will keep reminding you about this until we nail it, until it can get out of the box and it can get effected and executed. So I realized that now I have a partner that I can dream and be able to share, and they will throw back my dream at me after some time if they see that there is no progress in that, and even ask, how do we fan this into a flame, or how do we set this ablaze? Not so many people are gifted or are lucky to have people like that. But I hope, and I usually say that for most of the visionaries, be very careful about who you bring into your life.
True.
Because they can either kill the pivoting, you will want it for breakfast, and they will deny you the pivot. Every thought that you bring, they'll be like, that is too much. It just concentrate on what you have. And yet what you are dreaming about is supposed to be built onto what you have, not necessarily, break out into other areas. Now, I want to know, or we want to know, because we are many people now that want to know. How do you get to a place and say, I want to do product? Because, I mean, doing YouTube is easy.
It's easy.
You wake up with your comb, with your camera, you do all those all things. But how do you wake up and say, I want to do product, I want to sell product?
So in the first month of the YouTube, actually the first video of the YouTube that I did, audacious me goes and sends everyone a link. I literally sent everyone in my contacts.
Okay.
Please go and watch my YouTube channel. I just opened up. Please go and
Like, share,
yeah,
subscribe.
like, share, subscribe, and all of that. And prior to that, I'd already watched some YouTube videos. I like people put you down, all of that. So I was ready for any kakamba.
Bring your wahala.
Yeah.
I am ready for you.
I was ready for all that. But when I sent it out, to my surprise, it was positive. People were really happy. Oh my God, this is so good. We like, and it was just a voiceover plus some added things. Oh my God, we want to see your face. You should really do more of this. It has been very helpful. But then what caught me is that someone said, how can we support you? So I didn't have anything tangible, because most YouTubers, they either have an Amazon link where you can go and buy something.
The
and they
affiliate, affiliate links.
or they have shirts, or they have what. So my mind began boiling.
CEO.
Began boiling. I'm like, what should I put there that people will actually love? So I was already on the natural hair journey myself. And I was having a hard time. Okay, I had grown my hair from Gaza for 4 years. So I had that comfortability of doing it, you know, just doing it with the pain. But I was like, I wish there was another way where it wasn't so painful. So within that time, within COVID, because we weren't allowed to move, the salons were closed, my mom made a friend. And the friend was doing hair products at home. So me, who knew Kantu and all of those external brands, I was like, I wish this could happen, but I don't think it's available in Uganda, because all of the brands that I knew were out of Uganda. And here I am, and I learned on this lady. And she does them at home. Yes.
In COVID.
In COVID. And I'm like, what?
Remember, you already had your idea boiling. I need something. People need to support me, but I need to give them something. And then it's added to the pain, because some purpose is born out of pain. Now you want to address this pain of painful hair. Okay. And you land on the friend.
Yes. And also me, when I'm thinking of things, I'm like, if I was the one supporting this person, what would really help me? What would I get from them to help me? So I was like, products would really be a good thing. First of all, the other ones are really expensive, really hard to find sometimes. And then there is that thing of they sell to you something very small but very expensively. So natural hair becomes like a dream. That's why people just resort to plating or doing this, because it's just too expensive. So I landed on this lady, and she was doing these things at home. And I'm like, what? This is possible. So my first thought wasn't to do products. My first thought was like, I could be a marketing person for this lady. So I know that people can trust me because I give them good products, because this lady makes them herself. So that was the first deal I made with her. So now we are leaving COVID.
So you started marketing her products?
Yes.
On your YouTube channel?
So, you guys, if you want to, because I made a deal with her of commission. So if she would give me this, I would do what? If I would give her this client, I would get this amount. But then it was not a very good business idea, you get, because I didn't have control over who was going. It's not like there was a system put in place to find out who would go, and then when some people would go, I wouldn't know, and so it was causing more. So she was
gaining from it, but you were not getting.
But I was not gaining from it. So I'm like, takes me back to the other idea of, why am I doing things and people are gaining, but not me?
Why did you want? What do you want the money for?
Nothing. I just like being rich. I know I'm supposed to be rich. So I need to figure out a way of making money out of this. Actually, I think that's the business part of me now. Every single time I'm able to find out, this is good knowledge.
How do I gain from this?
How do I gain from this? And that's a problem very many content creators have. They can't translate their
true, their ideas or influence into tangible
into money. So my brain began, no, there has to be a way, So I'm speaking to my mom, and she's like, but you can repackage. You can speak to her, and she gives you white label, and you repackage. I'm like, oh, really? And And then she's like, yes, but also these other things now, like oils, because our first product was castor oil. So and like oils, there are very good suppliers around. You can really look around and see who can give you those things. Because now I was thinking about getting the avocados, making oil from them. That's what videos I was watching. And it was such a long, hectic process. And like, you really can't do manufacturing and marketing. Now I understand why these businesses choose one. Yes. But I needed a product because now that my mind was set to it, product would really be good for my clients. How do I get them from me specifically? So my research now, I think that's the kind of person, if I really am going into a place which is unfamiliar.
Deep dive.
Yes, I just go deep into research. I watch everything I can watch. Who has done this
How
before?
are they doing it?
Are there Ugandan people doing this? What are the accessible chemicals? Who is on the market?
People don't want hard work.
Well, it's not hard work because now you're looking to find something.
I know, but it's work. You put in the time, you put in the energy, you put in the resources, the data. It's not free. So you invested in yourself to make sure that you get the information.
Yes, and God willingly, I found, I cannot disclose my supplier here.
It's okay.
But
it's okay.
I found this beautiful farm. They're in the West. They are good. They do good products. They've been doing them for a while. I tried their products myself. They were just amazing. And they are not doing like direct packaging. They just do white label. That's it. I was like, oh, this is nice. So I can begin with this. So I began with that. Remember, now I'm beginning with no money, just
no
my phone and maybe
just
my
your YouTube
tripod.
channel.
That's what I had. So working with my dad, they pay us some little money, like a 10K. So I began putting away that, saving for it.
You work with your dad, you save money.
I saved some of that money. So I remember,
why didn't you go to your dad and just tell him, just give me some 5 million, some 10 millions?
You don't know business people.
I know. Business people are...
It does not work like that.
I know. It's not that they're stingy, but...
They really have to give value for their money before they give it to you.
And I love that.
Yes. And it's a good thing, but growing up from where I've grown up from, no one gives you money like that.
Free of charge.
Yes. Unless it's school, really.
So you kept your money?
Yes, I kept some of my money, and I remember buying my first packaging, my first small castor oil. I was so excited. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to package this and give this to people. Now I designed the packaging because I was already designing, so I designed my packaging. I even remember I used Canva by then. I went to NASA, I printed the packagings. I had to measure now. At first I printed bigger packagings than
the bottle.
The bottle. I was like, oh no. Then I went back, I explained to the person who was printing for me, but it doesn't fit. How can we make it fit? Then the person is like, you're supposed to measure like this, then you put. So we went through that whole process. And finally, I had 3 bottles on the market.
3 bottles of castor oil.
Yes, on the market. Very excited.
You go to your YouTube channel and make an announcement.
Guys, we have products in stock.
3 bottles.
Please come and buy. It is so much. Please, you will like the oil. I've tried it myself. It's beautiful. Putting my best foot out there. And people are very responsive, by the way. And I think that's all I remember from the beginning. It just kept growing and growing and growing from there. Now, plus this thing of me outdoing myself, I feel like I don't like repeating things. Partly also I don't like employment because you repeat the same thing every day. Routine. It's really, I like doing new things every single time. So if I would market maybe using kids this time, I would be like, what if you're an old person and you don't know that your hair needs this? Then I would go into this other promotion. Then I would
go to schools.
Yeah, so
go to Butale.
Oh, Butale! The Butales really came later on. But in the beginning, it was just friends and family and word of mouth. So now I was in a graphics class and I'm having this hair thing going on. It's out of my hostel room now. When I go back to hostel, it's out of my hostel room. And it's just people who really watch my status and maybe the few YouTube people who are following me that knew. And then this person in class says, gives my business as an example. That's when it hits.
Okay, because I was about to ask, when did it break even? So in the same class, your class gives an example.
Yes, because now people...
It was a fellow student.
Yes, because now people in my class were... You know how university is, very different people, but they had my contact, all of them. So I think they were seeing, but not me, because I'm not doing it for anyone. I'm not really there looking to see who is seeing. But by the time I realized, so many people actually didn't know my name. They were calling me Melanitis. I'm like, what? This is how big this is.
It has become bigger than
yes,
me.
and I'm like, okay, God, if this isn't you talking, I don't know who is. But this is a sign that I need to find out there is something here. So I kept going, and now this is campus. Me, I'm doing what? Saving up a little bit from my pocket money, restocking, selling. So within that time, my sister, who just comes after me, she was in Navisunsa. No, before that, I went to Gayaza. Gayaza was my former school. And luckily, the head teacher had taught me twice.
Wow.
So she knew me in person. So I just went and spoke to her. I told her I have these products. I was here. I was having such a hard time with maintaining my hair without the products. I would really love to speak to at least the S1s. She's like, fine, lovely. Do you know I was introduced to the whole school?
Wow.
And I'm like,
a former student.
Yes,
now a
former
CEO.
student. Now a CEO. Coming to do this, I'm like, this is becoming real.
Wow.
So I go, I speak to the students. They are so receptive. And to my surprise, but this was not information that had never existed. People had already said this. It's just now me amplifying it and giving it to the right audience, right? So I speak to the girls.
Amplifying it and giving it to the right audience.
Finding the market. I think that's a business part of things. Yes, so I speak to them, and then I realize, oh, schools, there are no people in schools.
Yeah.
All of these businesses are here fighting for the same market.
For the same market of the adults.
There is no one in schools. I'm like, okay, schools are my thing. So I did get a place in the canteen of Gayaza. So
to
now,
sell your product.
Yes.
You start supplying them.
I start supplying them.
Out of your hostel.
How many people can say that?
Wow.
But their first client was Gayaza High
I know.
School.
I know.
It's
Very few
really,
people. That should bring some pride.
That really put me on some confidence.
That means every parent knows that there's this product called, because their child says there's this product I need to buy it for my hair.
And you know how the kids really get excited about things. So it's kept moving.
Do you know
like
how
that.
many people you inspired? How many students you inspired?
I really don't know. And
my goodness,
every single time someone comes to me and they know me and I don't know them, I'm like, God, thank you. It just shows me, because, okay, our head teacher used to say something, that the higher the monkey, the more its nakedness. So now I am very careful with the things that I do.
Because now you're on display, like everyone is seeing you.
People will see me, someone who knows me and I don't know them will see me, so I'm really, really careful.
About your life.
Yes, about my, and I'm very intentional.
You're living your CEO life, carefully.
Yes, and I'm also very, very intentional, because I'm also a very big believer in energy, right? So if you come here and you do this, you're going to feel tired. That's true. Right? If you waste your energy on something, I don't have this thing of you're just doing things for just. For just. It's never really that. Wow. You're spending energy and time and you'll never get
Put it to the right
back.
thing,
yes,
and it will spin the right way.
Yes, I would rather conserve that energy and do it for the right thing rather than doing anything anyhow. So I'm very intentional. Anyway, the second opportunity opens up, and that is Navisonsa. So my sister had just joined HEC there, and this school has not allowed hair in years. And the year that my sister joins, they allow hair.
That can only be good.
I was like, good. I was so excited, and my sister is such a big marketing person. She took it upon herself, told her friends, does this. My sister does. And now me, I like extrapolating myself from the situation and seeing it from another view.
From another angle. What are they who are they talking about? Is she that big?
Like, who is this? And my sister rippled that. And leave alone like the whole thing of the other. I was so proud that she was so proud of me.
Wow.
Because she's my younger sister. And if anything, really inspiring them is the goal. I mean, you would love your sister to do something.
But then she's like, my sister is also a big person.
She's like, my sister.
This is what we
she's
do.
the CEO, and she kept putting it out there. And I'm like,
I think I've seen her face.
yeah,
she
yeah,
looks like
exactly like me. So when I would bring out posters, some people would get, is that you? Is that your sister? I wouldn't mind. Like, we're all the same. We're all the sisters. just buy the product. So I had a very, very big marketing. I still do until now, and it's just a blessing.
Where do you see yourself? Because the big dreamer in you should be dreaming in going to Paris with your products, going to world markets with your products.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself?
I do want to supply on the international market. That means a factory.
Yeah.
I'm saying this to remind myself because when I get there, yes, can we leave